Hi, my career profile number 2 is for a marriage and family therapist, a LMFT, licensed marriage and family therapist, and the person that I chose to profile works for LDS Family Services here in Raleigh, North Carolina. His name is James Marshall, and he has a PhD in marriage and family therapy. As far as marriage and family therapy goes, these therapists are licensed mental health practitioners, and they basically diagnose and treat mental illness and substance abuse problems. They have counseling sessions with clients face-to-face, and their practice is based on the theory that these things are best treated in a family context. They understand the client's symptoms and patterns of interaction in their environment. For a LDS Family Service employee, there is somewhat of a flexible work environment if you work outside of a highly populated Mormon community. You do some work from home, and you can do counseling sessions at various church facilities, mostly stake centers. This particular individual works full-time, about 45 hours a week, and he travels within about a 130-mile radius. So he helps out families and individuals within an area that has 10 stakes and 1.5 missions. He meets with these clients at church buildings. He said that you can choose to do counseling sessions in the evening or not, so that can make it a little more flexible. He said this is somewhat of a family-friendly career choice, and he also let me know that there's part-time positions available in LDS Family Services as well, and many counselors do choose to do part-time. Typical stressors are paperwork and documentation. Anytime you see a client, you document that meeting, and for the first time you meet them, you come up with an assessment, which can take quite a bit of time. For follow-up appointments, you write case notes, and anytime, since it is a church setting, if you have consultations with priesthood leaders, you also write up a consultation note or memo. If you don't like paperwork, then this could be a stressor for you. The typical benefits working for LDS Family Services is health insurance through DMBA. There's health, dental, term life insurance, 401k match, and pension program. If you live in an area where you'll be traveling a lot, you will be provided a car, and possibly a computer as well. He did say that half of your work is kind of behind the scenes, and then half of your work is face-to-face with clients. Priesthood consultations is one of the main things that he does, which includes having talks with bishops, stake presidents, about individuals in the church that could possibly use some counseling service, and or recommendation for an outside resource. To be a marriage and family therapist, you have to have a master's degree, a clinical master's degree, for example, psychology, social work, or marriage and family therapy, and you must have 2 years of supervised clinical experience. The starting salary ranges around $45,000 up to $85,000 was the highest average in the country, which I found was here in North Carolina, so that's interesting. For part-time, it goes by state, and it's by the hour, and he practiced part-time in Arkansas, which he said was $35 an hour. That may seem a little low, because for private practice you can charge, upwards of $100 an hour, but benefit because you don't have any overhead. You don't have an office that you need to lease, or you don't have to pay malpractice insurance through LDS Services. They pay that for you. So there's zero overhead, and that's all covered by LDS Family Services. Initially, this job can be really emotionally and physically draining. He told me that I'll understand this when I participate in practicum as a master's degree student, consulting people while being watched by faculty members when you start doing that. He said over time and with experience, visiting with clients can become quite energizing and motivating. He said it's wonderful to be able to help people, and when you see people change for the better, it can be really rewarding. And it's just fun to help people and to get to know people's situations and circumstances, and so overall he really enjoys it and thinks it can be very rewarding. And that is my summary. Hope you liked it. Thanks.